Why do you think people are pulling out? Nobody gives a damn about that bum-ass Nations League piece of crap, bro. So, England confirming 8 players withdraw from the national team. Trent, Liverpool, Foden, Grealish, Palmer, Ramsdale, Rice, Saka, and so forth. And there's been a lot of response to this. And Summer Tuchel has been to blame. Yeah. So some England reporters, they did do it, which is somehow linking this to Tuchel, because the notion is if Southgate was still in charge, these players would not have pulled out. Even though Tuchel isn't officially in charge, is in charge in general, but somehow it's the Germans' fault. It is what it is. It's always the Germans, But here's the reality here. Is it a privilege to play for your country? Of course it is. Playing for your country, it is the highest honor. And if you know this channel well, you know that I'm a World Cup merchant. I'm a AFCON merchant. I'm a Copa America merchant. And I will hold your feet to the fire if you don't say what's up for your country. Vini? So, 100%. But this is the issue with the Nations League. Is this a qualifier? No. Is this a tournament? No. So what this is this really a competitive game or not a competitive game? Because if this is a qualifier, that is a competitive game. And if the players fit, you have to go and play. It is a fully competitive game. And if it's a tournament, you are rushing. You're tripping off yourself to go and play to represent yourself, your country at a tournament. The problem is fixture congestion. There are too many games. And then you even have your boy Gianni, who is now trying to add this ridiculous FIFA Club World Cup to even add even more games. After we just had a Euros this past summer. There's not going to be another tournament in the summer. Greed. So the issue here is this. If I am a player and I am trying to maintain my fitness and ensure I play as many games for my club, I'm not playing a game that I don't need to play. I am playing the Nations League. If I'm a player who has a knock, not even a full injury, just a knock, knowing how congested December is going to be, and knowing how many fixtures there are, and knowing there are now 2 extra UCL games, I'm not going to the National League. So happening. If I'm a club, I am paying this dude lots of money, and I know that there's a fixture congestion, and the guy has a knock, and he wants to add even more games on top of the amount of games we have. Hell no. And for me, the club is well within the right. If it's a qualifier, it is what it is. I'm sorry. That's when FIFA have to step in. If it's a qualifier, you've got to go. And if it's a tournament, then that's not even into question, because it's in the summer when club season is done. But keeping, if it's a qualifier, it's a qualifier. So like now in Nigeria, we're in the AFCON qualifiers and we have World Cup qualifiers. You have to release those players. So I will literally put a nuke to Gasparini's head if he doesn't release Lookman for these qualifiers, specifically the World Cup qualifiers, because he is our best player and he's crucial. But if it's just some random or friendly, the Nations League are glorified friendlies. You made up this tournament because you felt nobody cared about the friendlies. And it's a similar thing to the FIFA Club World Cup, where you just want to just create things to generate interest. But that's not how it works, because no one asked for this, you freaking bozos. No one asked for these, you freaking bozos. And you see, because I wanted to do a video about the whole fixture congestion things, and I think this is perhaps the best way to put it in here, is like this. Look. Because people's response to be, if you've been paid 200,000, shut the F up. There are people out there who have to work 2 jobs, night shifts, 6, 8, 9, 10-hour days every single day. and you're complaining about kicking the ball around. But this is what I always say. Yes, I have zero sympathy for you having too many fixtures. And don't you dare complain. Because there are people out there who are doing far harder work, far strenuous work, working much longer hours than you. So I don't want to hear any football player complain about, oh, I don't get to see my family, I'm playing too much. Shut the F up. Because you are in a very privileged position to be paid exorbitant amounts of money for trying to kick a ball into the fishnet. That's a privilege. So don't you dare freaking complain when there are people out there doing real hard labor for ridiculously stronger hours for little pay. Shout out to Nike and all the organizations who exploit their workers. GID, or UN tax, human labor, human rights. However, I'm like you guys. I'm an audience member. I watch football and I want to enjoy my football. And part of the enjoyment of football is seeing players in peak condition and seeing the very best players play. You can pay someone 3 million a week. It doesn't make them a machine. So yes, pay someone 3 billion a week. They're still a human being that has bones. And bones break and bones are brittle. They're still a human being. And if you push your body too much and work too hard, it will break down. And that is where injuries now come through. And we, as the audience member, we suffer. Because the best players don't play. We all want to see Yamal play. We all want to see Musiala play. We all want to see Pedri play. We all want to see Vini play. We want to see Bellingham play. We want to see Cole P play. We want to see Kubarsi play. These are the players that we want to see play because these are the very best players that are the best, playing the best of their abilities. We want to see Van Dijk play. But if these players are now already having to play all these fixtures and you now want to start play Nations League games and they get injured in Nations League games which are irrelevant and pointless because nobody cares about the Nations League, we suffer. Our team suffers because our star is out. And as football fans, we suffer because we don't get to see the very best players play. So, that is why this fixture congestion, it harms us. So this ain't about these superstars who are privileged should not complain about too many fixtures. It's not about that. It's about we suffer because why do we watch football? We don't watch football to watch Timo Werner. We watch football to watch Yamal, Kubarsi, Bellingham, Vini, Cole P. That's why we watch these games, because we want to see the very best players, because we want to be entertained. We want to see the techniques, and we won't see the techniques if they've been given too many fixtures. But I told you this, guys. That's what I tried to explain to you guys. Is this is not going to change. Because greed. Football is too popular. It's too big. It's getting too much attraction. And the lust, that's a good word. The lust for money, the greed is going to run this place to the ground. Because it won't stop, because people want... What you have to understand is that a rich man wants to be richer. A rich man doesn't want to be poorer. And a rich man isn't just content with his riches. A rich man wants to become richer because he wants more and more and more and more. So there will be more games, more tournaments, more fixtures. And I say to you guys, too much of anything is a bad thing. Too much football is bad because you are cannibalizing the sport. Because once it's too much, it's like, okay, this is now, it's too much content. And on top of that, you harm the players who, again, say to you, even if these people are wealthy and privileged, they're still human beings. And human beings and their bones break down. And I repeat again, this is not about, oh my gosh, feel sorry for these rich people. This is about, I want to see the best players play. That's why that's why I have this channel. I have this channel because this channel is celebrating the very best of a sport that we all love. And there'll be no points of this channel. There'll be no points. I'll have no passion and enjoyment in doing what I do if I don't see the best players play. The reason that my motivation in doing this is to talk about Yamal, talk about Kubarsi, talk about Cole Palmer, talk about Vinny, Bellingham, Pedri, and all of these top tier players who are the very best at their position. And I can't do that if you ask me to play some trash brick fruit selling Nations League that nobody cares about, yo. Come on, bro. Guys, remember, guys, like the vid, head over to the websites down there. Head over to the website down there, official website visits. Subscribe and check out, check out those other vids. What it is? Like this, yeah. Check out those other vids there. Members vids are there. Members vids. One love, one love, one love. Peace out. One love.